go, Daniel!
All right, we take a look at Daniel Sostre as he makes his way into the ring. He's from Harlem, New York. He has a record of 11-5-1 with 4 knockouts. Winless in his last 3. And one of those losses was to Gabe Bracero, who we've seen so many times on Broadway Boxing. Gabe Bracero, the same fighter, who has the only win over Danny O'Connor. There's Daniel Sostre.
All right, folks, this is your main event, and in the red corner, with a record of 16-1, from Framingham, Massachusetts, Danny O'Connor.
So it'll be Danny O'Connor, 142.5 pounds, from Framingham, Mass. 16-1 with 4 KOs against Daniel Sostre of Harlem. 11-5-1 with 4 KOs. He weighed in at 142.5. It's a junior welterweight bout scheduled for 10. Your referee's Mike Ryan. Here we go. Brian, what do you see in the numbers?
Even matchup across the board. Let's see how well the hometown boxer O'Connor handles the energy of this crowd and the determined Sostre.
All right, we're about ready to go. This crowd ready to explode. You see right away, Danny O'Connor's a southpaw. Sostre's fought plenty of southpaws, at least 6 on his record of 17 fights. O'Connor usually depends very much on his jab. See him featuring that already. And he's been working with Ronnie Shields, his outstanding trainer, on sitting down more on his punches, trying to get a little bit more power.
And Danny O'Connor reminds me somewhat of Paul Spadafora, a southpaw who didn't possess much punching power, who understood that, but tried to establish himself each fight out with his intelligence.
Nice body work. First upstairs, then downstairs by O'Connor. Sostre looks like he's in counter-punching mode here early. We're at the House of Blues. Steve Farhad and Brian Adams in Boston, Massachusetts. Broadway Boxing goes on the road. And O'Connor, the aggressor, landing that right hook to the body.
O'Connor looks very good and very relaxed on the inside. He's not allowing, it's still early, but he's not allowing Sostre to develop any type of rhythm. You can see Sostre shaking his arms, trying to get loose.
Well, I fully expect O'Connor to be a lot better than the last time I called one of his fights, which was his one loss on Showtime to Gabriel Bracero. He was spitting blood. He had a bleeding ulcer. He's spitting blood in his dressing room just before coming out for that fight. And then he suffered a broken nose that required surgery in that fight. So that was not his best night. Right now he's being aggressive, staying in the pocket. Sostre back to the ropes. Sostre just covering up, but he's taking shots on a big left uppercut by O'Connor.
And you cannot allow an opponent to get free shots off, even if statistically he does not possess punching power, because one of those shots can get in there, and the one you see, that will certainly hurt.
Well, so far in this first round, it's pretty clear that O'Connor is establishing the rhythm and the tempo he wants.
And what O'Connor's doing, he's going in low. As soon as he catches his range, he comes up punching. So right there, he's going in low, then come up firing.
Last 10 seconds of this first round, it's been all Danny O'Connor here at the House of Blues.
Sometimes go with a double hook, okay? Keep the jab on him, okay?
We begin round 2 here at the House of Blues. Danny O, that's Danny O'Connor in the green, black, and silver trunks. And Daniel Sostre in the black and white trunks. In round 1, O'Connor, and that Sostre lands with a big right hand and a good left to the body.
Beautiful left hand to the body.
Sostre moving his hands now, which he did not do much of in round 1.
It's real difficult to lead against O'Connor, and I'll tell you why. Because he mixes it up well. Either he'll jab or he'll come in low on you. So he confuses his attack. You just watch him. He moves forward, jabbing. Next sequence, he'll come in. Well, he stepped forward, jabbing it. But he mixes up. He'll go in low.
3 shots, Brian. 3 shots for O'Connor. You'd like to see Sostre use a few right hands. There it is. But he's kind of pushing that right hand. That's usually the best weapon against a southpaw, because just as a righty doesn't see the left hand coming from the southpaw, usually the southpaw doesn't see the right hand coming from the right-handed fighter. And Sostre back to the ropes. He's playing defense.
Yeah, only one of those shots got through, and that was a body shot. For the most part, Sostre did a good job avoiding those shots.
Sostre does let the right hand go, but there's not a lot on Daniel Sostre's punches. And O'Connor, not a big puncher himself, but he's pinpointing his shots accurately, as we see the cover-up by Sostre.
But you know what? Although those shots may not be hard shots, they're precise shots. He's placing them in the right areas of the body. Kidneys, shoulders.
And of course, by punching so often, O'Connor's impressing the judges. He's been much busier than Sostre so far. Nice counter left-right by O'Connor.
Now, I want the viewers to pay attention to this. Danny O'Connor, pure boxer. He has been marketed as a guy who's not going to knock you out with one punch. But the first 2 rounds here, his movement has been forward. His opponent movement has been backwards. So he's been the bully in there.
Nice defense by O'Connor as he slips 3 consecutive shots by Sostre. We're done with 2. We begin round 3 here at the House of Blues. Steve Farhood along with Brian Adams. This is Broadway Boxing. And we're on the road tonight in Boston, where the fans are rooting for Danny O'Connor, the once-beaten junior welterweight from Framingham. Big right hand hook by O'Connor, the southpaw. He is a natural lefty. Sostre at times doing good defensive work, but not answering with enough offense to stay in this fight, at least through 2.
Right, and I was expecting more offense from Sostre because his son's birthday is tomorrow morning, and he promised his son that he'll win this fight tonight. So I expect him to come in here more fired up.
Well, a nice right hook again by O'Connor as they fight on the inside. Kind of short with that left hand.
O'Connor's just very relaxed. Not doing too much. Again, placing nice shots. Look when he had him against the rope. Every punch is landing somewhere.
Sostre fighting out of his own corner. Now he's finally out. Sostre has never been stopped. 5 losses, never stopped. And O'Connor with the 4 KOs in his 16 wins. We talked about it at the top. Brian mentioned it. Ronnie Shields now training Daniel O'Connor. Took him over after O'Connor's loss to Gabe Bracero, and it's made a huge difference. He said he really didn't know how to fight before he started working with Ronnie Shields. He got by on just talent and what he thought he should be doing.
Right, again, it shows clearly the difference between amateur and professional. Amateur you can get away with having talent because it's only 3 rounds. But in the pros, you have to be more methodical. You have to use your brain more. And it's very important to have Ronnie Shields because the difference in between these two boxers, in Sostre corner, you have 2 guys there yelling and screaming. In Daniel O'Connor corner, you have 1 guy, Ronnie Shields, giving the instructions. The other members of the corner is allowing Ronnie to do his job. So there's no confusion or chaos in the corner.
Understood, and Ronnie Shields certainly one of the top trainers in all of boxing. Sostre fighting mostly in a defensive posture. Doing nice work slipping there, but nothing coming back. We've gone 3, and it's been 3 for Danny O'Connor.
Okay, but I want you to bang body and arm, body and arm. Forget the head. Every now and then shoot uppercut, and then when you see that head come up, that's when I want you to go. Okay? That's when I want you to go on top. Okay?
All right, we begin round 4 here at the House of Blues in Boston. Steve Farhood and Brian Adams, and then in the ring, it's Danny O'Connor and Daniel Sostre. If Sostre wants to get into this fight, he's going to have to get busier. His corner screaming encouragement because Sostre landed that 1 right hand. And O'Connor, the natural lefty, has been the aggressor throughout. And that has not always been the case with Danny O'Connor. And I think that speaks volumes. Nice body work. That speaks volumes about the confidence he fights with now that he's with Ronnie Shields. When O'Connor lost to Gabe Bracero, he said, "Bracero took my life away in a half hour." Very dramatic statement. And he said Ronnie Shields has given him his life back.
I was going to say, I can expand on that statement somewhat. It's because you have a vision when you turn professional as a touted amateur. You have a vision of what's going to happen in your career. And then when you get derailed, the whole world crumbles. And you get confused as to, okay, what am I going to do now?
Right.
You really think life is over. Whereas someone who didn't have success on an amateur level, they have a loss or 2, they can bounce back quicker. Because winning is not something they... Nice body shot, crippled Sostre.
Hard to tell if Sostre is in trouble now from the body shots or not, but he's in full retreat.
And then he'll kind of stand focused on the body. See, this was a classic case of one guy knowing what he's going to do when he got into the ring, and the other guy trying to anticipate what's going to happen.
O'Connor talking to Sostre there. Didn't pick up what he said. Something tells me it might have been X-rated.
Irishman speaking X-rated?
Well, O'Connor's fighting with so much confidence right now.
And again, I know Ronnie Shields is not in there throwing punches or taking any shots, but you have to contribute all of this to Ronnie Shields, because O'Connor has the confidence in what he's being told. So he's out there implementing what he's being told because he trusts and respects his training.
Well, perhaps fitting that Ronnie Shields should train O'Connor. O'Connor is a junior welterweight. Ronnie Shields fought for the world title at this weight against Bill Costello in Kingston, New York. And I covered that fight. Ronnie Shields was quite a good boxer. Left hand by O'Connor, and now he goes to the body. Anytime Sostre's been stationary, O'Connor's been smart. He's gone to the body, big left hand. And that makes Sostre fight back a little bit. Another one in the books for Danny O'Connor.
Diamond.
Well, this is the last flurry here. Danny O'Connor got Sostre so conditioned that once he hit the ropes, he's going to work his body, which he does. But he forgot that Danny O'Connor has a nice sneaky overhand left, which he showed right there.
There it was. Well, O'Connor tonight has certainly been committed to the body, especially when Sostre gives him free shots. And this, I think this fight is over, Brian.
I think
Sostre
surrendered.
surrendered.
He claimed the injury, I believe. His arm, I think he said his arm. But it might have been those rib shots.
I'm going to see if I can get his attention and see what that was all about.
He just said no mas.
All right, Brian, I just got the word from the referee, Mike Ryan. Sostre claiming a hand injury. Didn't say which hand. But after 4 rounds, this fight is over. Danny O'Connor gets a sudden stoppage victory because of an injury to Daniel Sostre.
Hey, listen, Danny O'Connor has every right to be proud. He came in here high, intense audience behind him, and he delivered.
Well, he certainly won every round.
We'll make it official right now, folks. The winner by TKO by retirement, Danny O'Connor.
He spends a lot of time down in Houston with Ronnie Shields now. So his mindset is certainly changing. And we can get exactly that about his mindset and that of his trainers when we had Steve Farhood speak to him. So let's go up to Steve Farhood.
All right, Danny O'Connor, congratulations. You clearly won the 4 rounds that were completed. Were you happy with your performance?
I was really happy. I got the chance to come and perform in front of everybody here who's been so supportive and great, and I love everybody. Thank you for coming, and I appreciate the support to the fullest.
Danny, you said that Tito Bracero took your life away when he beat you on Showbox a year or so back, and that Ronnie gave you your life back. Now that you have this win, where is your life exactly?
It's back in the gym tomorrow. I mean, I'm working hard, and you know, me and Ken Casey together, the goal is to bring boxing back to the city, so hopefully I can be right back in the ring doing the same thing against somebody different. And you know, I can't take full credit. Like I said yesterday in our interview, Coach Ronnie Shields, Ken, you know, everybody, the sponsors, everybody made this happen. I was just the one that got lucky enough to fight where everybody watched, so it's a team effort, 100%.
Congratulations. I think Boston likes Danny O'Connor. So Danny O'Connor victorious here tonight against Daniel Sostre. He stops him in the 4th round when Sostre retires because of an injured right hand. So TKO 4 for Danny O'Connor, who makes the Boston crowd here happy at the House of Blues. So this has been another edition of Broadway Boxing.
For Brian Adams, I'm Steve Farhood. Thanks for watching Broadway Boxing.